Welcome everyone to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Well, Jan, we're winding down another season. This is our last program till September. I would like to say thank you for making me look good. The pleasure has been all mine working with you again, Jan. Thank you.
Oh, Russ, you're the best. But it's a little bittersweet because we're going to miss everyone, and of course I'm going to miss you. But you know what? Maybe we can get together and have a steak sometime this summer, okay?
I'd be more than happy to buy.
Oh,
all right, I won't charge you this year, okay?
I'm there. But you know, just because we're off the air, it doesn't mean we're not working. Our TV crew is spending the entire summer visiting restaurants and taping new episodes that are going to air in the fall.
I just want to say thank you for being part of the Come Dine With Me West New York family. We love what we do each week on this program, and we're going to continue working very hard to bring you some of the best TV in the marketplace.
We sure are, Russ. And you know, there are three individuals that really help us each week. They are our celebrity chefs, and the chefs are ready to go, so take it away.
Hi, Jan. They call this segment a tease. Let me tease you with this. I'm making veal ossobuco Milanese with Chef Orazio Ippolito. Some say this is the best in the world. It just may be.
You know, there are many reasons to love Buffalo, but none more than having a relationship of over 60 years with some close friends. Later in the show on our invasion, we're going to be preparing some special dishes for some special people. I'm going to be doing a crab meat stuffed shrimp, Marco makes his veal Milanese, and Krista makes her famous zabayon. We're going to be saying hello to the Canada household.
Seafood, freshness, simplicity. I'm going to teach you how to shop for it, cook it, grill it, poach it. Coming up.
And later in the show, we're taking our cameras out to Heroes and Patriots Park, here on the grounds of Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More, to talk about what's in store for next season, starting in the fall. So you're not going to want to miss that.
That's right, Jan. But first, let's get things rolling and head over to our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Bats with Chef Marco Sorrentino and Orazio Ippolito.
Orazio's restaurant in Clarence. It's not like home, it is home. And with all these ingredients, I kind of have a feeling what we're going to be making today, but I'm with Chef Orazio who's going to show you and tell you how to make it.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. We're making our ossobuco Milanese.
I love ossobuco. Now, how do we get started?
Okay, we're going to make a seasoned water. It sounds simple, but this is what gives the dish a little complexity. We're going to put just some crushed black peppercorns, some fresh parsley sprigs, fresh thyme, couple cloves of crushed garlic, some bay leaf. And we're gonna just let that simmer for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then while that's working, we're gonna take our veal shanks and we're gonna lightly season our flour. We like to season the flour just because it's a little bit more consistent. You don't have to worry about one side being too salty and another side not.
Now, when you season it, what are you seasoning it with?
We have a salt and white pepper mixture.
Okay. And a veal shank is what part?
That is from the leg.
That's the
leg.
leg.
The leg, the shank. And but if you don't like veal, if you like pork shanks work great with this. Beef shanks work great with this. And you can just change your sauces. You know, just do a slight variation.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in a pan.
And how hot is our pan?
The pan is very hot because we want to brown
okay.
the meat, sear the juices in, and caramelize the sugars inside of the meat itself.
All right.
And that's one of the most important things that we stress to our chefs is you have to get a lot of color on this because there's a fat ring that goes around the outside, and when you crisp it up, that's where all that flavor comes out of it.
You want to cook ossobuco for a long time because it's not the most tender piece of meat. So it does take a little while once you get it out of the pan into the oven.
Yes, we'll braise it for approximately 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So we're going to get that in a nice hot pan. We just have a little olive oil in there.
Okay.
And while we're working on this, what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of olive oil inside our pan there.
Okay.
And we'll hit that with our onions.
Now, I like the pans we're using. They're from Buffalo Hotel Supply. And it's, you know, it's not just the food quality. It's also the equipment that we use in the restaurant industry. You know, the pans are a little heavier. They hold the heat, so it makes our job a little easier.
Exactly. And the heat distributes more evenly, so you don't get those burn marks here and there.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're making here is actually called a mirepoix.
The mirepoix, exactly.
Okay.
So
I know you're a CIA graduate.
Yep.
There we go.
50% onions, 25% carrot, and 25% celery.
Okay.
And so we're going to caramelize that a little bit also. The biggest thing with cooking and when you're sauteing is just caramelizing those sugars in the vegetables, the meat, because that's where all that flavor comes out of it. So you're just going to saute that off a little bit. We'll take a look at the meat here. And we can let it go just a little bit longer. Usually a sign when you're doing ossobuco or any shank is once the blood starts rising out of the bone, that's usually the heat pushing that through, and that's when you can flip it.
Oh, okay, that's a good tip.
You're gonna add a little bit of tomato paste to that now.
All right.
And you're gonna caramelize that tomato paste, all the sugars inside of the tomato paste, and that's called pincé, and that's where you pull the flavors out of that tomato product. And once that tomato product cooks a little bit longer, we're gonna add a little bit of white wine to it.
All right.
So you can smell that aroma coming out.
Oh, absolutely.
And then once that caramelizes a little bit longer, we'll let that go, and we're gonna flip the meat here.
Now I'm curious, you got seasoned water there. What are we going to do with that seasoned water? It's intriguing meat.
Exactly. Now at school, if you're at the CIA, you're gonna use a cheesecloth and wrap everything in cheesecloth and boil it in cheesecloth and pull that out, which is your sachet, and then throw that out and just use your juice.
Now these are the techniques you use at the restaurant though, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, a lot of it is just your basic fundamentals. And like I said, if you don't want to do veal, if you want to do pork or a beef shank, and you know, maybe in the beef use a red wine instead of a white wine, and just you can do anything. But as long as you have your basics down, like anything on sautéing, you can cook whatever type of meat that you want to cook, whatever you're in the mood for. So what we'll do also on the veal here is I said that you can see the fat along the sides.
Right.
So we'll just stand them up and then rotate and keep rolling them, and then we'll brown all that fat and get all that flavor cooked right out of there.
Nice. All right.
And it also makes it a little bit leaner because we'll cook the oil right out of the fat. And then at the end of the ossobuco, before you serve it, you can just skim all that oil right off.
Oh, good.
So the flavors cook in. So now we have our seasoned water, and you're gonna take just a strainer, just a regular household strainer,
Right.
and we're gonna strain this liquid right into our carrots, celery, and onion. Now you're gonna get all that flavor from all these herbs, but you don't have to worry about having the herbs actually in there and having peppercorns and everything. So now you're just gonna stir that around. And then what we do is at the restaurant, we use a veal stock, and we'll take our bones and roast them lightly and make a veal stock with that. And we cook that with a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, white pepper, and then we tighten it up with a little bit of roux.
Okay.
But if you don't have that, you can just use a little bit of chicken stock, something neutral.
Oh, all right.
And then just tighten it up a little bit with the cornstarch if you want, or roux. And we'll add that right to that sauce, and this is our base sauce for there.
Okay.
And so we're gonna add this to the.
Oh man, this really smells good.
So we're good on that. So we're gonna take a pan, and we're gonna put our ossobuco, the shanks, right in there.
Now, how long does this take to cook? I know you said it earlier.
Yeah, like 2 to 2.5 hours.
You want to cook it right in that sauce in the oven.
Exactly. You want that sauce and all those flavors to penetrate inside that meat, and we'll cover that, and then let it slow bake at about 300 degrees for 2.5 hours.
Oh, perfect.
Halfway through cooking, we'll take the veal shanks out and put some fresh tomato concasse on top, and then finish cooking the rest of the way.
So Chef, this was a really easy dish to make. You can actually put it on your table within 3 hours, and it's great. A simple dish, fall off the bone good. I didn't even need a knife for this. Oh my God, this is my new favorite. I'm Chef Marco. Visit my friends at 9415 Main Street, Orazio's Restaurant. That's Chef Orazio.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
Portions of the program are brought to you today by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. Be our guest. Let us do the rest.
Looking for your next favorite restaurant? Then open the door to Gatehouse Grill. At Gatehouse, we make everything from scratch, including our soups and sauces. Enjoy our award-winning chicken Rockefeller or a specialty martini from our copper-topped bar. And don't forget dessert, handcrafted daily by our pastry chef. It's no wonder Janice Oken gives us 3.5 out of 4 stars. Gatehouse Grill. Fine dining food, casual dining prices.
You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out keyvideo.com, Buffalo's premier television and video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it. Scripting, shooting, editing, we call it concept to completion, and we're ready to work for you. For your business, for all of life's events. Call, click, or visit Key Video today.
The first thing you notice when you walk into Avezzano is our amazing sports bar. It's the perfect meeting place after work, on weekends, or to watch the game. We have 13 TVs, a variety of specialty and craft beers. We make our own chicken fingers from scratch. We even grind our own beef for our burgers. And you don't want to miss our Monday night trivia. Everybody gets into it. The second thing that you're going to love about Avezzano is our food. We pride ourselves on our traditional Italian sauces and homemade pastas. From our gnocchi with classic pomodoro sauce to our linguine with decadent vodka cream. We offer the same daily specials each day of the week. So you know that Wednesday is Brajol night and Thursday is Asabuco. And don't miss our Sunday brunch where we have something to please everyone.
The thing that'll keep you coming back to Avezzano is the ambiance. We've created a restaurant where you can feel comfortable and right at home. It's a place you'll want to come for special occasions like birthdays and anniversaries. We can even do banquets for large groups and parties. But more than that, it's a place you can enjoy anytime. You don't need to dress up, you don't need to spend a lot. And when you come to Avezzano, you're going to get great Italian at a great price.
Avezzano Ristorante, 204 Como Park Boulevard, just minutes from the Galleria Mall, where you always feel right at home.
You know, Jan, the Avezzano restaurant, for being here just a short time, they're doing such a tremendous job in Buffalo.
They sure are. I love their sauce. Well, coming up in a few minutes, you're not going to want to miss this. It's time for this week's Home Invasion. But up next, it's back to our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Baths. We're going to learn how to grill and poach fish, and I'm going to watch this one carefully.
Hello, Krista Van Wagner from Curly's Bar and Grill, and today I'm here to talk about freshness and simplicity, and no better way than with fish. My goal today is to get you comfortable and acclimated on how to buy fish, and 2 very simple, healthy recipes today. Here we go. Look what I have. This is striped bass, fresh, flown in right to Curly's. Call off the dock and to Curly's. This is from North Carolina. How do you buy fish and what to look for? If you go to a fish store, go ahead and look. Look at their fish. Take a look at the eyeballs. The eyeballs should look just like your eyeballs and not after a night of drinking. Nice and clear, beautiful. Gills, absolutely red and brilliant. Still, you can see the blood in there. As the fish gets older and is on ice, it'll turn gray, eventually totally white. That's an older piece of fish. Want you to look for those things. Slime on a fish. A fish has a natural slime to get it through the ocean, okay? Slime is good. Fresh fish isn't smelly. You don't have to worry about it. Here's my beautiful fish. I filleted up a couple of these. Today, we are going to, very simply, poach a piece of fish, and we're going to do it in my marinade, my Jamaican jerk sauce. What I'd recommend is you take your striped bass, marinate it for 15 minutes and not much longer. Fish will start to cook because of the acidity of the pineapple juice, so you don't want to leave it in too long. And I don't want it to be too salty. You got that soy in there, so you got to watch. Okay? Poaching, very simple. Oh, let's go. We got a nice grill over here. Doesn't matter what time of the year it is. You can put a little grill in your house, right on your stove top. Very, very simple. I'm here at Artisan's Kitchens and Bath, and I'm in heaven, let me tell you. Okay, let's go get our court bouillon ready. I have a nice saute pan here. You don't have to go get a poaching or a fish pan. I'm going to do it simple for you. Acidity is what you want. I've got a little white wine vinegar. I've got some fresh squeezed lemon, Squeeze it, not concentrated, please. Buy yourself some fresh lemon. Put a bowl of them in the middle of your kitchen and just look at them. They're good for you. Have them for breakfast. A glass of water with some lemon sliced in it. It's so cleansing. Black peppercorns whole, herbs, whatever you want. I've got here fresh thyme. I've got bay leaves. Do I have too much? It doesn't matter. Right in there. Oh, that looks good. When the water is at a boil, that's when you'll add your fish. And then we'll turn it down to a simmer. Takes 5 minutes, depending on the thickness of your fish. Salmon a little thicker, it might take a little bit longer. That looks great. We've got that going on. I've got it at a boil. Let me just bring that down to a simmer. I'm going to add my fish. A nice thick piece of fish. Always remember, cooking time with fish, it depends on the thickness of it. A real thin piece of fish, 3 minutes. What do you mean you don't have time to cook? My job is to get you to cook. Freshness is what it's really all about. Start with a good quality product. There we go. About a minute or two on each side. Okay, let's plate this up. I've got one here that's all ready. Great. Just remember about taste. Tasty. Flip that over. Oh, look at that. If you'd like to add a little bit of fire into your Jamaican jerk that I'm doing, I make my own hot sauce, or use any of your hot sauces. Just add maybe a tablespoon to the marinade prior to marinating, and what'll happen is you got the real authentic jerk. And it's simple. That's what I like about it. I think we're just about ready. Here we go. That looks good. Okay, there we go.
This is Tom Payne to tell you about my new burger menu. Try my new rib burger made from fresh Angus beef, topped with pulled short rib meat and cheddar cheese. Or my barbecue burger, topped with pulled barbecued pork. Get crazy and try calamari burger. Crispy calamari rings, chipotle mayo, spicy habanero cheese on top of a fresh Angus burger. Veggie burgers, turkey burgers, blue burgers. We've got them all. Served with crispy French fries, or try some sweet potato fries at the Grapevine Restaurant, 2545 Niagara Falls Boulevard, Amherst.
Think global, but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
Sometimes being a student and being a mom can be an impossible combination. Trocaire gave me the flexibility that I needed to succeed in the classroom and as a parent.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success. The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
Jan, as we wrap up this season, I want to tell you how much I've enjoyed hosting this show with you. We've done our 3rd season, and it's been easier and easier to work with you. Again, thank you for making me look good, and I want to say I'm looking forward to next season with you also.
Oh, I can't wait. With you, Russ, it's a pleasure working, and I love our audience, seeing them out. They seem to be really excited about the show, and we're going to make it even bigger and better next season. A little bit later in the show, we're going to Heroes and Patriots Park, but right now, we are going to today's home invasion.
We had lived on Grand Island for 36 years, raised 6 children on Grand Island. We decided to move to Williamsville because it's a ranch, and getting older, it's easier for us. When we looked at this house, it was a mess. It had to be completely redone. Julie from Artisan Kitchen and Bath came in and really worked with my son to have it brought up to date because we have a very large family. She made sure I had cupboard space for my big kettles, for my canned goods, counter space, 2 ovens, everything I needed to keep my family dinners going. Coming to dinner today is 2 of great friends who have been friends for way too many years.
Frank and Mary Lou, well, they've been friends since high school.
We've
gotten married at the same time. We had our kids at the same time.
We've been to children's weddings, their weddings, my weddings, so, you know, baptismals.
They've been through ups and downs and ins and outs and everything with us. I just can't tell you enough what they mean to us.
Good to see you.
I've known Mama Canada for a while. She used to be our neighbor, and I think she moved because, you know, the ego's in the kitchen. Too much, you know, mine and hers. But she's gonna win. She's Italian grandmother. Today we made veal Milanese. It's a veal cutlet breaded and pan-fried, topped with arugula, cherry tomatoes, and a lemon vinaigrette. And it's got the best cheese in the world, pecorino romano, to finish it off.
Today I made a crab meat stuffed shrimp and put them on a bed of some fresh linguine with olive oil and some grated cheese and brought it to the table. It was absolutely fabulous.
I knew that I was working with an Italian family. So today I made a zabaione, and I served it over fresh berries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Finished it off with a little cookie.
So of everybody cooking today, I got the hardest job. I gotta tell Mama Canada how to make veal cutlets. We're gonna make veal Milanese, so I'm gonna show you how we do it at the restaurant.
All right.
Okay?
That's
So,
good.
do you wanna tell me how to make the veal cutlets?
I'll correct you if you do it wrong.
Oh, okay, that sounds good to me. So we're gonna start with a wash. We have eggs,
Right.
flour, and breadcrumbs. Just a standard breading procedure, flour, egg breading. You pan fry it in olive oil, make sure your oil's hot. And a veal cutlet takes 45 seconds on each side. Once you get that brown crust on the outside, flip it over, top with a little black pepper and some Romano cheese. So now that our veal's done, we're gonna top it with a beautiful arugula salad with a very light olive oil and fresh lemon dressing, just a touch of salt. In a separate bowl, you put a little olive oil, fresh lemon, and some kosher salt. Whisk that up, add the arugula, toss it around, just put it right over the top of the veal. It's incredible.
It's good.
Like I've done this once or twice before,
Right.
huh?
You did okay.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm here cooking today with Dolores. We're gonna do a crab meat stuffed shrimp. This is gonna be completely over the top. You ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Let's get going. First, you melt a little butter in the pan. We added a little onion, finely minced celery, and red and green bell peppers, fresh garlic, and a little bit of parsley. We just sauteed that till it got nice and caramelized, and we cooled it in the refrigerator. Okay, Dee, now that our mixture's in the refrigerator cooling, now it's time to assemble our ingredients, okay? We took some lump crab meat, we added some mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce, some essence seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper. We took an egg, we added a little bit more garlic, and some Ritz crackers that were finely hand crumbed. We took the cooled vegetables, blended those in nice and easily. Now what we need to do is we need to prepare our shrimp. We butterflied some colossal shrimp, we stuffed them, drizzled a little bit of butter, some fresh parsley, and little hot pepper flakes, put them in the oven, 375 degrees for about 15 minutes, and put them on a bed of fresh linguine with olive oil and some grated cheese. Brought it to the table for presentation.
We are here with Frank, and we are making a zabaione with an S or a Z?
Z, and you know, I've mostly heard it with a Z, called Zabaione, and I guess that's the name we decided to use.
So
right?
we're doing the zabaione. Could you say that for me?
Zabaione.
Oh, it sounds so wonderful. Started out with egg yolks, whisked those nice and frothy, added a bit of sugar. I chose Grand Marnier for my liqueur, and I whisked that over a steam bath until it was thick, lemony color, and had a bit of a sheen to it. Removed that, folded in some whipped cream, just served that over the strawberries, and then I took a propane torch and burned it a little bit, gave it a little caramel flavor to it. And for a little crunch, I added a little cookie.
Working with Krista was really an experience. Her choice of dessert was absolutely marvelous.
Zabaione, buon appetito. How's that?
Buon appetito.
Oh, gracias.
It was wonderful. Best meal I've had in years.
It was a great main course, it was a great appetizer, and it was great dessert.
My favorite part of the meal was eating it. Felt like a rich kid.
Opportunities like this come once in a lifetime, and we enjoyed it. Being with friends, meeting new people was really super.
Living in Western New York, what makes it so great is the people, the places, all our friends, and our family. And the food.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
"9/11 happened to Americans, but this happened to Americans that live here. When you are an artist, What do you want? You want exposure. You want somebody to see your work. When I hear people talk and that it touched them, then I did my job, and that's what it's about.
We're very grateful to Russell J. Salvatore and Don Perino. This is an exquisite piece that they've created and gifted to us 3407 mourners and to the community. It just once again demonstrates how warm-hearted and communally oriented Russ and Don are.
Russ's outpouring of concern in the community, I looked around at all the family members. We all had tears in our eyes. It's wonderful he did that. I'll never forget my daughter. It's very touching. Other people take the time to remember as well, and all the other folks we lost. So it's really, really wonderful that he did that.
It's an honor for me to be able to do it for them. It was so close at home. Let's hope you never see anything like that ever happens in our community again, you know.
The work we're doing in D.C. makes a difference. It is encouraging. Our hearts are still broken. That's not going to change, but it's encouraging to know that we're doing something that will change. And I say many, many times, some other dad will walk their daughter down the aisle and not know why she got there safely in an airplane because of the change we're making.
Well, on behalf of all of Western New York, I want to thank you for your contribution to help the families continue the fight in Washington. And Russ, I also want to thank you for hosting this show every week and for encouraging viewers to support the local economy, because that's really what our show is all about, isn't it?
Definitely. I mean, we had a nice long run, and we had some very beautiful sponsors with us. And like I say, there's so many restaurants in Buffalo, fast food restaurants. They're good, but still I feel that the people should support our local restaurants. That's what's doing all the employment in Buffalo.
Well, you know, this is the last show of the season. We've got some pretty big plans coming up in September. Tell me about them.
Well, starting on Sunday, September 9th, we've been fortunate enough. Channel 7 thought we are so great and so beautiful. They bid for us, and we're going to be big time now. We've moved up to Channel 7. Not that the other channels did a bad job.
No.
They all did a great job for us. But we'll be on Channel 7 starting at 11:30, following the Steve Tasker show, and then leading into Sunday football.
Wow, what a great place to be sandwiched. And we're going to be showing new recipes, new home invasions. We'll be introducing some new restaurants, more wine and health tips. And who knows, we might even get a chance to visit some of the Buffalo Bills, see what they've got cooking up in the kitchen.
Well, we hope they can cook as well as they're going to be playing this year. You know, I mean, we're going to have a good team, and I hope that we're fortunate to see how they handle the knife and the spoon.
That's fantastic. Well, if you're a business owner looking for some great exposure on the program, we want to hear from you. So what I would encourage you to do is call us at 884-5391, set up a free consultation, and we'll put it all together. Russ, I know we've got some folks to thank.
I would like to say thank you to the crew. You people have been unbelievable. And naturally, the chefs that have been with us, we're very easy to work with them. They're more than cooperative. Also, my great co-host, Jan, she's always beautiful to work with. I would like to thank all these people, and especially I would like to thank all our viewers. Without them, we would not be as successful as we are. Key Video that has helped put this thing together, they did a great job, and I'm looking for a big season for next year, Mike.